morning, Romulo here. I just woke up. It's around 7 in the morning. I'll be working at the garden today. I'll be doing some heavy lifting, transporting cow dung. Interesting. So I thought of making and bringing something filling and fitting for the garden for manual labor. It is Camote Cue. Quick and easy. Let's start. Camote Cue, very easy recipe. We need just 3 ingredients, or just 2 even, camote and sugar, and the cooking oil for frying. We will begin by scraping the skin of the camote. It doesn't have to be completely removed, in fact. You can leave it as long as it's clean. Some peel the camote or the sweet potato like they do with the potato. That's time consuming. So just scrape the skin as much as you can, remove the imperfect layers like this one. Just scrape it with a knife or even with a spoon. Nigella Lawson would recommend using a spoon instead. Just wash it. Remove any remaining dirt, and we will slice it. We'll aim for the size of a matchbox. Anything thicker than that would be difficult to fry, and you will need more oil. I also recommend economizing in this channel. They don't need to be in a specific size, just presentable size. Big enough to be barbecued, to be held by a barbecue steak. But thin enough to be properly fried. Again, the size, around the size of a matchbox. Careful. And once we're done, we can heat some cooking oil. Corn oil, canola oil, coconut oil, doesn't matter, but coconut oil has a tendency not to produce a crispy layer or crispy outer crust. So I'm using here just corn oil. This is live cooking. I'm sorry, but I forgot to film the process of frying the sweet potato. Because it's live cooking, I have to bring this to the garden. This is not intended for shooting or for filming. Okay, but just fry the potatoes or the sweet potatoes as you would potatoes or French fries. Now we are going to apply the sugar coating. We begin by placing sugar or even frying sugar just to caramelize it in high flame for this process, just to melt the sugar. Don't go away during this time, it's critical. Observe how this sugar or begins to melt and turn into caramel color. It has the viscosity, or this very technical term, of a lava. Once it completely melts, we can add the sweet potato one by one or at the same time. Our aim here is to get the caramelized sugar stick to the camote, how is it called? To the camote, and coat it with sweet honey-like coating. Turn the camotes one by one and have the caramelized sugar stick to the surface. You can also stir the molten sugar if desired. See how the sugar coats the sweet potato. I also noticed that they tend to stick with one another, so I prefer doing this in batch, not simultaneously. Really sticky and hot. Imagine molten sugar. That's very hot. I'm using the same plate for the rest of the camote. Look, there's still this molten sugar in the oil. Do the same process for the rest, for the second batch or the last batch for this one. Turn the individual pieces to get in contact with the molten sugar. This needs patience. I bet, by the way, I'm bringing this to the garden. This will serve as my snacks. My phone is ringing. I'm not picking it up. I'm cooking. Continue turning. You can also reduce the flame because at this time the sugar can be easily burned. It begins to get this bitter taste. Continue stirring. I think they're ready. I made a mistake here. I was very excited, so I began inserting these sticks to have this traditional way of presenting. But they have to cool. They have to cool. The sugar is still sticky and sticky. We have to cool them down a bit. To allow the caramelized sugar to solidify and keep it from sticking. Lessons learned. Don't get too excited. That's another lesson. That's it. That's the Camote Cue. And ready to go to the garden. See you at the garden. Romulo here.